loving me, she's loving me, she's loving me, she's loving me, baby. You don't have to look far. I know what all the answers are to the questions filling up your head. She wants me to be her only man. I kiss you tenderly while rubbing your body gently, giving you everything you need. That's why she's loving me. 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 My baby's loving me. Baby, you don't have to look far. I know what all the answers are to the questions filling up your head. You want me to be your only man. I kiss you tenderly while rubbing your body gently, giving you everything you need. That's why she's loving me. 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 My baby loving me. Baby, you don't have to look far. I know what all the answers are to the questions filling up your head. She wants me to be her only man. I kiss you tenderly while rubbing your body gently, giving you everything you need. That's why she's loving me. 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 My baby loving me. Okay, 10 past 4 a.m. in the morning. Who's she? Ask R. Kelly. It's an R. Kelly song. On your soul. What's that say? Steph in the building. Liberty VM in the building. Jay in the building. What's that say? Yep. Why? Who's that? Luxury Point in the building. Damn. Southside. Southside lost. Southside in the builder. Victor in the building. Southside in the building. Florence in the building. B1 in the building. B1 in the building. Jack Toulson on the building. Angela in the building. 1-4 in the building. Rossio in the building. 3H in the building. 3BLG in the building. Mr. Denham in the building. Yetta in the building. Gary in the building. 1TA in the building. B1 in the building. Brenny Hines in the building. B1K in the building. 1-5 Gavin LF in the building. Charlotte in the building. What's that? Fads F in the building. Fads F in the building. The Dark Knight in the building. What's that? AW in the building. Kelsey in the building. Kelsey Vabo in the building. Jack in the building. 39R in the building. B1T in the building. Carter in the building. Mandy in the building. 26M in the building. J Jarvis 11 in the building. Causa Davey in the building. Reg in the building. VCDFV in the building. Okay. So firstly, I'd like to pay my respects to another kind of fighter. You know, they've just buried Sinead O'Connor, yeah? So I was just watching it before I started the live. What they're playing? Bob Marley, Natural Mystic going through the air. So they was playing that, crowd are out, everyone's paying their final respects. So that's it, man, she's gone now. R.I.P. Sinead O'Connor. Okay, let's get a start with this show, yeah? Right, so Teofimo Lopez is back in training, yeah? He's punching the training bag, the heavy bag rather, because he was supposed to have retired because he wasn't happy. He was only getting a measly 1 million. Hey, this guy's a crook, you know. He's a crook, yeah? This guy is a fucking crook. What's his name? He's 90 years old. Bob Arum, 90 years old, and plans to go to his grave with everyone's money. Yeah. And I believe Lomachenko signed to him as well. So anyway, Teofimo Lopez is back now, so that's good for boxing. Man, he's definitely one of my favorite fighters. This is back now, so that's good for boxing. Man, he's definitely one of my favorite fighters. Yeah, so it's good to have Teofimo back. Okay, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. Did you see this conference? Yeah, we had Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao conference. In fact, it's not new. I think it's a bit old. Yeah. Manny says he's here to support his boxer. Floyd gives Manny props, but says he's the best. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you dice it, going back 300 years, 100 years, I'm the best. My man's got some ego, boy. Den's in the building, Ada in the building, Charlotte in the building, Josh in the building. Yeah, so, you know, Floyd's saying all this, but Floyd's really got something special. I mean, I don't even think I've seen him down. I think I've seen Sugar Shane Mosley kind of put him down on one knee, but it wasn't even like a proper knee. He kind of just buckled. Maybe his knee touched the floor momentarily. Yeah? I mean, he's got an impregnable defense. Then his boxing changed into two. There's one early fight he had. Oh my God, if you say he beat this guy down, oh, it was fantastic. That's when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. If you say he beat this guy down, he had kind of long hair. Yeah, the dude he was fighting had kind of long hair. Boom, 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 boom. I think at one time he could have even done something like some ridiculous punch behind the back or something. Yeah? Then how Floyd beat up Arturo Gatti. Oh my God. You see how Floyd beat Arturo Gatti? Arturo Gatti couldn't do nothing with him. Beat Arturo Gatti down. Then he changed. According to 50 Cent, who was supposed to be his friend, he's my friend. According to 50 Cent said the pretty boy stuff wasn't working, so that's why he changed to Money Mayweather. Yeah? Then his boxing style changed. He became less, that's interesting actually. He became, that's actually interesting. He became more defensive. Now, there was a period in Floyd's career when, unfortunately, his father went to prison. Yeah? So his father was the one who was defensive, who was his defensive coach, and his uncle Roger Mayweather, who was a world champion, was his offensive coach. His attacking coach. Yeah. So it would be interesting to know if when Floyd was more aggressive and attacking, maybe that's when his dad was in prison. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm just thinking. Yeah. Maybe that's why his dad was in prison, so Roger was his head coach. So that's when he was more attacking. Then when his dad got out of prison, that's when Floyd went to be more defensive. Yeah, but like I say, you can watch Floyd. Even Mike Tyson said he's too good. He's too good. And Mike Tyson seemed to have a lot of animosity towards Floyd. Yeah? He said he's too good. I mean, you can look at him, man. He's flawless. And that Oscar De La Hoya fight was some brilliant fight. Yeah? So even though he's had less fights, There's many other boxers, yeah, Julio Chavez, Archie Moore, Sugar Ray Robinson, you name them. You know, when he breaks it down, you know, his performances are flawless, yeah, and he doesn't take punishment. You know, his jaw didn't get broken. Muhammad Ali's jaw got broken against Joe Frazier, yeah. Muhammad Ali went down against Henry Cooper, Henry's motherfucking hammer, his left hook. Yeah, Muhammad Ali didn't even see it. Bosh! And if it wasn't for the quick thinking of Angelo Dundee, who cut his gloves and they had to find a new glove, Muhammad Ali could have lost that fight. Or I think Muhammad Ali was still Cassius Clay then, could have lost that fight against Henry Cooper. Is it? You never seen Floyd in all of them shits. Yeah? Like when Floyd fighting Chop Chop Corley. Chop Chop Corley went back to his corner. His coach said, the motherfucker's cut. The motherfucker's cut. Like, you know what I mean? It was like you inflicted a wound on God. It was like that. The motherfucker's cut. That's how good Floyd is. And he's still there. Hi, you little cutie. Oh, thanks a lot. Catherine. Yeah, so Floyd's at this conference with Manny Pacquiao. He shut Manny Pacquiao down, boy. Then Manny Pacquiao went to talk on some stuff about his life. Manny said, I'm not boasting. Just talking. Manny Floyd was like, it's not about you, man. Seemed a bit rude, yeah. But Manny's very humble. He just let everything happen because he know why he's there and he knows where he came from. But the question is, you know, is Floyd Mayweather the greatest boxer that ever lived? Yeah? Real, recognized real in the building. Is Floyd Mayweather the greatest boxer that ever lived? Pound for pound. I mean, he's got a lot, but you can't just, you know, rubbish somebody who's had more fights than you, considerably more fights than you, right? Because Chavez went on to have something like, in fact, we're going to talk about Chavez soon, yeah? Chavez had 100 and something fights. On his 89th fight, he had a draw, yeah? So if he's had 39 fights more than Floyd, how do you just say, you know, Floyd is better than him? Yeah? That's a lot of fights. That's a lot of training. That's a lot of stress. That's a lot of injuries you have. You have to overcome injuries, but no one talks about that. You know, the fighter just has to go and fight. Could have a cold, could have a flu. Whatever happens, they have to go and fight. Yeah? So to handle all of these problems, yeah, and still have those many fights, you can't just, oh, don't matter, I'm better than you. Floyd had 50 professional bouts. Sugar Ray Robinson had 200 bouts. He had 150 more fights than Floyd. You can't just, oh, 150 fights. Oh, forget about them. Let's just concentrate on my 50. Joe in the building. Okay, let's move on. What else we got here now? Yeah, I saw a video. Top welterweights. Top welterweights of all times. They showed Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, and Terence Crawford. Wow. They're still on this Terence Crawford now. Getting his props, yeah? So do you know what it is? To be a living, still alive, and getting this kind of respect. They put him next to Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, and Crawford. The greatest welterweights of all times. Yeah? So, you know, thinking about it, he's definitely up there with them. Definitely. Yeah? He's definitely up there with them. But I guess, it's not that important for him to say he's the best. Right about now, he just has to be happy to be seen in that category. Yeah, for people to recognize him as being in that caliber of a fighter. So that's good for him. What else we got here now? Okay, yeah. So Eddie Hearn said, yeah, he wants to match Kell Brook versus Conor Benn. That would be good. Yeah, Kell Brook versus Conor Benn. So they want to bring Kell Brook back. Yeah, I mean, I think after his Canelo fight, he had a big problem. I think it was his orbital eye bone was broken, fractured, whatever. He has some health issues, but it seems like, they're bringing him back now. So, I mean, versus Conor Benn, boy, I mean, it's hard for me to go against Conor Benn now, man. When you see the power this dude has got, and when he hits somebody, it's like Tank Davis, he hits them and they're out cold. Just destroyed Chris Algieri. There was no murmur. There was no murmur of life from him. Yeah? I mean, I've seen people knocked out before, and there's a bit of life in them. You know what I mean? Like, I once witnessed a street fight. Guy hit somebody with his elbow. The guy's head hit the wall. Can you imagine? The dude hit someone with his elbow. The dude hit the wall, slid down the floor, but he still had enough kind of, even though he was knocked out, he still had enough conscience, what's the word I'm looking for? Consciousness. He still had enough consciousness to try to crawl away. He was literally out cold. His eyes was closed, he was out cold, but something was saying, his survival instinct was still saying, get out of here. He was out, he was still trying to crawl away. So what I'm saying, when you hit somebody and there's no sign of life, that's some serious power you've got. And that's what Conor Benn possesses. Yeah? So after I've seen what Canelo done to Kell Brook, Conor Benn to dismantle Kell Brook. Yeah? What's that? Triple Q, Quaz in the building. What's that say? What's that say? Paraffin T in the building. Mark in the building. Okay. Rah. AJ face off with Robert Helnius. Robert was staring. AJ says, have you got a problem with me? We can fight tomorrow or we can fight now. Everyone must have seen that now. Right, AJ was going to kick off blood. I mean, it's all exciting. Yeah, but, AJ, you don't want to be fighting outside of the ring. Yeah? It's not a gangster thing, brethren. It's not a road thing. It's not, how is it called that place again? It's not Reading Jail, blood. I get what he's saying, So what, like, you staring at me for? Like, what? Like, you're going to do something? Yeah, I get all of that. But you can't just start brawling on the face-off. If you mash him up outside the ring, what's going to happen? You don't fight. You don't get no money. You may have a court case. You may not have a court case because you're in the boxing infrastructure. That will probably save you. But you beat him up. You don't get no money. Doesn't make sense. Yeah. Then he done the same thing with Washington when he was going to fight Washington. You got to cool it down. Just cool it down. You have to find a mechanism so that when they're doing that, you don't just start fighting there and then. Like with them Russian face-offs. The Russians, what's the Russian MMA face-offs? Now they stand looking at each other. Next thing they start fighting. They're not even in the ring yet and they're fighting. Yeah? And there's one guy. Every time I see it, it's like it's always this one guy. I've seen him about 4 times now. Come together. Next thing you know, bam, 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 knocks him out. Corey McCoy. Hello, Corey. Yeah, man. AJ's ready to pop off. So, I mean, all AJ really has to do, yeah, is watch what Deontay Wilder done to him. Yeah? All AJ has to do is watch Matthew in the building. Matthew in the building. Hi. I can't see the person's name, but someone says hi. Yeah, just watch what Wilder done to him. Wilder hit him on his nose, yeah? Wilder hit him on his nose. Hit him on his nose, he went down. I seen, when I first heard of Robert Helnius, I checked out his highlights. I mean, he's a good boxer, but I can't really see him beating AJ. The problem is, he might even be a little bit taller than AJ. So, if his reach is longer, that might give AJ some problems. But what I saw with the Deontay Wilder fight, he got one little hit on his nose, and that was, he was sparked out. Yeah? So that's popping off tomorrow. So that's good. MF Doom, like the live. Okay. Yeah, so like I said. Okay, I'm going too far down this list. Okay, Alex J asks Andrew Tate, will you get in the ring with Logan Paul? It's Andrew Tate, man. Andrew Tate's funny. And the thing is, he's serious. Yeah? What was that? Catherine Hub joined. Tom Cramp, 3007 in the building. I saw something on the screen, but it disappeared. OVISN. What's that? OV Snipes in the building. I'll come back to that. Yeah, so Alex J asks Andrew Tate, will you get into the ring with Logan Paul? Tate responds, let's hope for his sake it does not happen because he doesn't want to get hurt that badly. Let's hope for his sake it doesn't happen because he doesn't want to get hurt that badly. Damn. Wouldn't it be good to be that confident? Yeah. And he'll probably do it too because he's on a different level of intelligence and just break him down. Yeah? Then him and Alex J go on to talk about more serious issues. I'm scared to mention his name because if I do, some algorithm might fuck up my video. Yeah, but it was like a kind of a political setting, and Alex J was talking with Tate about serious issues. Yeah, which I won't go into on this platform. But it'd be good to see the fight still. I mean, because when I watch Andrew Tate now, he's smoking these cigars and he's drinking this liquor, and I'm like, well, he must be forgot about fighting. He must have forgot about boxing, forgot about kickboxing, whatever it is. How can he be fighting and smoking cigars? Because that will cut your wind. You won't even be able to breathe. But then I see some other videos. He's training. I think every day he trains, he's got someone who holds his pads, doing his pad work. Yeah. So he's not forgotten about his fighting. So we'll see how that goes. Scotty in the building. What else we got here now? Yeah. So we're gonna go back to Julio Chavez, yeah? So I was on Instagram, and then this video clip came up of Meldrick Taylor fighting Julio Chavez. Yeah, and this Meldrick Taylor, his hands was moving really fast. He's doing really fast punches. So I said, did Meldrick Taylor beat Chavez? So I went to BoxRec, and then it said no. Chavez beat Meldrick Taylor. I'm like, wow. He was getting all of that, all them fast punches. He looked like he couldn't cope with it. It was too fast for him, and he won the fight. So I went to watch the fight. It was the most controversial fight you've ever seen. Yeah? Oreo, Call Me F, and Lil Finesse in the building. Yeah, it was the most controversial fight you've ever seen. So Meldrick Taylor's boxing him, but Meldrick Taylor doesn't seem to have that too much power, but he's outboxing him, clearly outboxing him. And then in the last round, literally, some say it's 2 seconds, some say it's 5 seconds. Yeah, Chavez knocks him down. Chavez knocks him down in the last 5 seconds of the fight. Some say 2. Can you believe that? In the last round, in the last 2 to 5 seconds, and Meldrick Taylor's clearly winning on points, Chavez knocks him down. Yeah? And then he gets up to his feet, and the referee, Richard Steele, you can see how he does it. He clearly looks in his eyes, and he's concerned. You can see the concern in the face. Eyes staring intensely. He goes, "Are you okay? Are you all right? Can you continue to fight?" Yeah? And then Meldrick Taylor just looks at his corner. Yeah, he just looks at his corner. He doesn't even answer. Doesn't even seem to know what's going on. And then Richard still looks more intently. And he waves off the fight. So the controversy, people saying, well, how could you stop the fight? How can you stop the fight in the last 5 seconds, in the 2 seconds? He said, look, he doesn't care about the time. I looked at him. He was clearly unable to continue, so I waved the fight off. I care about the fighter's health. That's my job, to protect the fighter's health, to make sure that the fighter doesn't die. There's no point of this fighter dying. He wins, but he dies. So, you can't really argue with it. If you read the statistics, he was stopped in the last 5 seconds of the last round and lost the fight. But when you see it in live time, you have to see it's genuine. Trista in the building. Eh? That's how good Chavez was. He's losing the fight, and then somehow he's able to just pull the win out in the last few seconds of the round, like Rocky Marciano. Because I believe that Rocky Marciano was losing to Jersey Joe Walcott, and then, in the last round he was able to knock him, even though he hit him when he was down again, but whatever, he knocked him down. Apple user. But that Jersey Joe Walcott was a really good fighter. He doesn't get the props he deserves. Like a natural switch. Yeah? He could turn from from southpaw to orthodox, just seamlessly, make it look so natural. 1 minute he's a southpaw, next minute he fights orthodox. Really fantastic boxer to watch. And another thing I learned, Muhammad Ali got the Ali shuffle from him, because he used to do a little shuffle, yeah? Not with his legs going like Muhammad Ali, but he used to do like a little shuffle. Jersey Joe Walcott, fantastic boxer. Yeah, like he won the world title at age 37, and that record stood for years and years until George Foreman beat it. CL Forkey in the building, Sabrina Jade in the building, Sabrina Jade 2004 in the building. Yeah, what else we got here? So yeah, yesterday a TikTok viewer asked me, would I fight KSI? So I went to check him out, yeah, because obviously I know who he is. But like, the first fight I saw, he was just swinging wildly. Yeah, he was just swinging wildly. He was very aggressive, tough dude, but he was just swinging. There wasn't that much boxing skill there. But when I saw his last fight, it's like a completely different person. Yeah, he was boxing the last guy he fought, Joe something, who was a billionaire or something. He was fighting that guy, and he was doing so well. But the style seemed to more like a karate style. And they do this kind of jumping thing, kind of jumping up and down. Yeah, but it was really good, man. It was a much better boxing performance. But then at the end, he elbows the dude. He elbows him. How can you elbow somebody? Not like this kind of elbow, like trailing elbow. You punch, then the elbow comes through and hits them like a blatant elbow in a boxing match, and you win the fight.